A warm welcome to all the Bitcoin school students. My name is Debbie Hondebele. Today we're looking at buying Bitcoins. How do you buy Bitcoins? So basically you log into your altcoin trader account, and I guess that you have deposited the 150 that were recommended. So you will have a balance here that says South African rand, 165 rand in your balance, but in your case it will be 150 rand. So from here, I also hope that you realize that you don't have any Bitcoins. You've got a 0.00. If we can refer back to our mates, our Bitcoin mates, if you listen to the previous video, you will have a clue of what I'm talking about. Remember, I said Bitcoins are only calculated in decimal places unless you've got one Bitcoin. Otherwise the rest will be 0 point something, 0 point something, 0 point something. And in our case, we definitely don't have 9,300 in our account. For one Bitcoin, we only have 150 rands, which will be in kind of in this region. Therefore, we'll go back to our altcoin trader website, and you see that your Bitcoins are a 0.00000000. That's how we write Bitcoins. It always has many decimal places behind it. When you compare it with your rand value always have 2 decimal places, which is cents, but your Bitcoin will always have many decimal places. If you recall from the previous session, those are your satoshis, kind of, because then only 100 million satoshis they make one Bitcoin. So if you have less than 1 million satoshis, you might have a 0.01, which is equivalent to 10,000 satoshis, 10 million satoshis. Therefore, when you look at your account, once you have bought your Bitcoins or your partial Bitcoins, there will be a change in this figure. It will no longer be 0.00, it will be 0 point something. Remember, we're only buying for 150, so you will only have a very small decimal here. That will correspond with the value of your money that you had. But let's say, for argument's sake, today the price of, if you were to buy a Bitcoin today, I mean a full Bitcoin, you will have to buy it at 9,230. But we only have 150 rands. Hence, we're gonna buy Bitcoins for only 150 rands. And once you buy Bitcoins, this balance will move from here. It will reduce, and you see a change in your BTC balance. Now the question is, how do you buy Bitcoins? I'll refer you to your mates again. For you to buy Bitcoins, you can just go trade, and then you click on BTC. It will give you those 2 options. It will give you, you've got your buy Bitcoin, you've got your sell BTC. So what actually happens is that altcoin trader is selling the Bitcoin to you at 9,230.95. Hence, you see that the price here, which is 9,230, is the price that you pay to buy. Altcoin trader is selling to you, or you are buying from altcoin trader. So this is the price that you use. These are just indications that if altcoin trader is selling a Bitcoin to you, it will sell it at this price. So if altcoin trader is a seller, it means you are a buyer. And if ever you wanted to sell your Bitcoins, that will mean that altcoin trader will be what? It will be the buyer. Therefore, it will buy your Bitcoins at a lower price. It sells to you at a higher price. 9,230 is higher than when they buy from you. They'll buy the Bitcoin at a lower price, which is 9,100. Now, when you come here, this is the portion where you say what? You buy your Bitcoins. The first thing that it shows, it says amount of BTC to buy. Remember, it is not saying the amount that you have here. It's not saying that how much do you have to buy. It's simple saying how many pieces of Bitcoins do you need. Amount of, and you see that the number starts with a 0, meaning, remember we said our Bitcoins are written in this format. So if they say the amount of Bitcoins that you want to buy, they're referring to something like this. So basically you might be requiring 1 Bitcoin. In this case, you will come here and you write 1. You will write 1. Sorry. So if you write 1 there, when you scroll down, you will see that it's saying 1 Bitcoin, it will cost you 9,230.96 and so many zeros. But also it charges you a fee of 0.08 of the Bitcoins. And so in total you will have to pay 9230.96. So that's the amount that you pay. But now remember, you're not buying a full Bitcoin. Remember from our BitMath, you only have 150 Rand. And if you look at this table, you had a 9 Rand 30, you had a 93 Rand, and you had a 930 Rand, and then you've got your 9,300. So basically your 150 should be somewhere around this place. So that gives you an indication that you will probably buy a 0.01 something. Now for those who will prefer to work it mathematically, you can go like, you know that the price per Bitcoin, your price per Bitcoin is 9230. Let's go to our math. Your price, just don't want to type. So your price per Bitcoin is, I'll go to that. Okay, your price per Bitcoin is, that's the price. We all know that by now it's that much. I'm just gonna copy that. Okay, so in our mathematical way, it will reduce it to only 2 decimal places, but please remember it can be more. So how much do you have? The amount that you have yourself to buy bitcoins is amount to buy. You only have 150 rands. So there are two ways of doing this. You can therefore say the number of BTC, which stands for Bitcoin, it can be equals to 150 divided by 9230.96. This will give you, I'm just gonna write in a mathematical way, 150 divided by 9230.96. Remember, here we are looking for the number of partial bitcoins that you will need to buy with your 150 rand. So if I enter that, it will definitely give you kind of an estimation of how many, the number of bitcoins that is equivalent to your 150 rands. Therefore, remember the question there said in this box, they require you to write the amount of BTC to buy. So if this is what I'm saying, so it will be this amount to buy. Then I'll take this one there. You can always do this calculation on your cell phone. So this is the amount of bitcoins that you buy with your 150 rands. But when you put this figure here, there should be a change there and there. But because I copy and pasted, probably it's not gonna show properly. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna say 0.0. Now you see that when I say 0.0, I retype that one so that I can activate the cells. It does give me a fee of 0.30 and 12, whatever we call it, and the total that you need to pay is 149 rand 99, which will be equivalent to. So this is what we requested you to deposit in your account. So you will be having 150 here. In my case, I have 165. Also, just to show you from the amount I have, but what's gonna happen now is, now let's say you wanted to buy bitcoins for 150. There you have bitcoins for 150. But when you've bought your bitcoins for 150, they will come there. What happens next? You need to take into account that once you have bought your bitcoin and they are in your bitcoin wallet and reflecting there as a balance, the moment you have to pay someone and you have to transfer those bitcoins, let's say you're supposed to transfer bitcoins which are worth 150, which is sitting here, altcoin will charge you a fee if you transfer your bitcoins. So at the end of the day, you cannot buy, if you are supposed to pay bitcoins of 150, which is what we have here, you need to buy more so that you can be able to cover this fee, and also when you transfer, you should be able to cover the transfer fee. I'm just gonna go to the withdrawal side. If you had a balance there and you want